Hey everybody, and welcome to my N5 series on the Dirty Wave M8, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. B. Jamin since birth has continued his MVP streak of asking questions about the M8, and this time asks if there's any way to record some like lush instrument sounds, and how to go about if it's 8 bars, like how to record longer than 8 bars. And I can show you how to do both. There is kind of a maximum of about 16 bars, but I'll show you what I would do. Anyway, so I'm interpreting this as you get an 8 bar loop or pad or whatever, and there's a tail like reverb, delay, something else is going afterwards, and you want to know what you can do with the M8. Well, let's go create a empty phrase. I'm just going to make it one to begin with. And yeah, we're going to go back here. We're just going to go load. And what I've done is I've created a packs folder in off the root directory. So you got instruments is a directory that's going to be pretty generic directory. You're probably going to spend a lot of time in here looking through things. So I've put my own sample sounds, and this packs folder is some content that I've downloaded from a GitHub repo that the community members have just put together a whole bunch of content for free, and you can go grab it. And you can see like you got like No Sleep, Mickey 303, Trash 80, Llama, a bunch of other folks put some stuff together. Definitely go check it out. I'll put a link in the description so you can go grab it. But let's go into like this one, and I don't know. I think he's got some strings in here. And just so you know, you can hold play and just kind of cycle through and grab stuff. So yeah, like let's say we want this strings, and let's actually go pick a scale so that this sounds halfway decent. We'll say, let's go F minor. So when we're going to come in, I'm just going to grab a first note. We'll grab the F. And now if I play this, we can hear it sounds fine. It's doing its thing. If I want to thicken this up, let's go grab not an nth, sorry. I'm going to go NXT. And what this is going to do is it's going to play on the second track. You can already see, if I point here, we're getting, instead of one F-4, we're now getting 2. And basically what's happening is we're now playing the exact same note in 2 tracks. It's okay. We can get a little bit more interesting though, without working too hard. Let's go down to instrument and drop in error. Now we have them out of tune. Every time it's playing, they're slightly going to be different. And I'm not, because this sounds like you want kind of a pad, you want something that's going to evolve over time. Let's say we just shoot off the first note, let it go, and we'll do an FE, so it's just going to extend. So every 2 bars will change the note. Sorry, just had to fix the headphones there. So in here, this is playing a bit longer. And we got plenty of reverb and things for the tail when we get into the next part of the conversation. So I'm just going to go Shift, Option, so we can copy these, Shift, Edit to paste them in. Now, let's say we want to actually be changing the pitch of this string. I'm just going to go Edit. Let's do like a 3, 5, and 7. So it's going to just progress and keep going higher and then drop back down. And again, it's just playing both notes. And we can get even trickier if we wanted to play 2 different notes. There's all kinds of fun stuff we could do here. But I'm just trying to build up and kind of show you. We can do some fun progressions. And just have them be like detuned and sound more powerful. All right, from here, we got a couple things going on. One, we got an 8-bar loop. It will, if we just recorded this off like so. So we go Shift, Option. Oh wait, I always forget. Shift up. We got to go give this a name first. So I'm going to give it a random name. Plump Quokka. Interesting. Shift Option now. I can just double tap Edit, and we can go Quick Render. And it's going to go through and take those 8 bars and make a whole new track. It's going to have a problem though, which I will get into how to resolve the problem as well as some other stuff here. But we're going to go, let's create a track 11. And I'm just going to double tap to make a new phrase. We're going to set the next 7 as FEs. So it's just going to basically, what we want to do is trigger this sample that we just resampled everything, and now we want to start it. A nice thing about doing this resample method is it is going to create a new instrument. So instead of instrument 00, which is the actual synth, we now have a sampler instrument here that has the sample that we just recorded over, and by default C-4 is your bass note. We can like actually pitch this up and down and get crazy if we want, but leave it at C4 if that's what you're looking for. But from here, if I hit play, it's just gonna go. But there is one problem, which is when it loops back over and starts, that reverb tail's not gonna carry over. So in this case, it actually doesn't sound too bad, but you can have some cases where you might have like a really long reverb tail and it just falls right off, because when you start playing, you get a lot of reverb or delay that you kind of starts giving some rhythmic elements. It doesn't always work great. So if you do have that as a case where you want to actually carry over those elements, what I would suggest doing is copying everything and just duplicating it and playing it a second time, so that basically you're preloading whatever that last sound or note is and carrying it over. And then you'll end up with basically a 16 bar loop where the 16th bar, or the 9th through 16th bars, or the second half, will be your loop, whereas the first half might just be your kind of kickoff for getting things started. So you can just go do another quick render and get that out. Now, given that I think what BJamin is looking to do is actually get the tail, though, what you're going to have to do is something a little bit different here. We need a FD here. Typically, the FE, at least I typically reserve FE to be empty. It has nothing in it. What you need for an FD, though, is we need to send an off command. We don't want any more of those notes like that are sustaining. And they're like these specific string notes, you play them and they will just sustain forever until it gets a new note, or you send an off command. This FD is going to send the off and just say stop playing, and then we just follow up with a whole bunch of FEs, which will just say just keep recording whatever's out there. So the stop will say, don't play the note anymore, but this is allowing us to then record in the tail, if there is any. So we're gonna go Shift Option again, so we can highlight this 10. I'm gonna double tap Edit. We'll just go do quick render. Now this is gonna take a bit longer, about twice as long, because we're now rendering out twice as much content, but you can see like it kind of just stopped playing anything after it got a little ways out there. Let's go create a track 12, double tap here, and just drop the note. And we can actually go look and edit this. So you can see there is the, I can't point with my finger because you can't see my screen. You can see that there's a bit of a tail here. If I go take the start marker, that's about halfway through. Actually, probably is exactly halfway through, knowing how well Trash 80's done all the math here. And you can see that there's a bit of a tail. It's almost not able to hear it. So this particular reverb's not super powerful, but it's out there. And if we go back to the beginning, you can hear we got the whole thing. So, I mean, for me personally, I really like some of these additions because it just allows me to take, resample, and drop in and like just start messing around with different ideas pretty quickly. Anyway, yeah, as I said, I'll get the link in the description for the GitHub repos or repo. It's got a ton of information. It's not just synths and other things. There's just a whole bunch of really great notes people have put together for the M8 and doing all kinds of fun stuff with it. There are tons of synths, plenty of pads, all kinds of fun stuff to do. But I hope BJamin and others, I hope this gets you a foot in the door for continuing to play playing around with stuff on the M8 and just experimenting with and making new sounds. So thanks for the question, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And peace.